So first of all, I welcome you all to my sixth video on the chapter hydrocarbons of first PUC organic chemistry. In the previous video, we studied some of the chemical properties of alkenes, wherein we discussed addition reactions of alkenes. Especially, we discussed the Markovnikov's rule, mechanism of Markovnikov's addition of unsymmetrical reagent to the unsymmetrical alkenes. Under that particular discussion, we studied that, when propene, one of the unsymmetrical alkenes, propene, when it reacts with hydrogen bromide, according to Markovnikov's rule, negative part of the adding molecule in HBr, negative part is Br there, Br minus, will be attached to that carbon atom of double bond containing least number of hydrogen atoms. This is double bonded carbon atom with one hydrogen. This is double bonded carbon with two hydrogens. But negative part of the adding molecule will be attached to that carbon atom of double bond containing least number of hydrogen atoms. Accordingly, you got this 2-bromopropane. This is the major product. 2-bromopropane was the, yes, it is major product during addition of HBr to the propene. And in the today's discussion, we are going to study the same reaction. If I carry out the same reaction in presence of peroxide, the same reaction is carried out in presence of peroxide, and look at this addition of HBr, and of course takes place against Markovnikov's rule. Look at this. Addition of HBr to the propene takes place against Markovnikov's rule. You are going to get, yes, it is 1-bromopropane. This is 1-bromopropane, and that is a major product if the reaction is carried out in presence of peroxide, and that is what we call it as peroxide effect. That is, if addition of HBr to the propene is carried out in presence of peroxide, addition takes place against Markovnikov's rule. And here you can observe here, Br minus is attached to CH2 there. Now that here it is in presence of peroxide, negative part of the adding molecule is attached to double bonded carbon atom with more number of hydrogen atoms. If the reaction is carried out in presence of peroxide. If the reaction is carried out in the absence of peroxide, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ peroxide ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? Peroxide ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Peroxide ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Negative part will be added to double bonded carbon atom with least number of hydrogen atoms. This is Markovnikov's product, this is Markovnikov's product. But this is anti-Markovnikov's product. That is the product that is formed against Markovnikov's rule. That is, anti-Markovnikov's product is formed if the addition of HBr to bromine is carried out in the presence of peroxide there. And that effect where addition of HBr to propene takes place against Markovnikov's rule, and that effect is called as peroxide effect, and it's also known as Karash effect. Because for the first time, this particular effect, this particular observation was made by M.S. Karash, one of the scientists, and because of that, this particular reaction is named after, yes, it is Karash there. It is also called as peroxide effect. In the absence of peroxide, you are going to get Markovnikov's product, and product according to Markovnikov's rule. But in the presence of peroxide, look at this. Negative part is attached to double bonded carbon atom with more number of hydrogens, and that is against Markovnikov's rule. Why this, yes, it is addition takes place? Why you are going to get 1-bromopropane is formed as major product if the reaction is carried out in presence of peroxide there? And in order to get the answer for that, you need to go for the mechanism of anti-Markovnikov's addition, or mechanism of peroxide effect, we call it as, and that we'll see now. There you will get the reason why 1-bromopropane is formed as the major product, and this is what we call anti-Markovnikov's product. Yes, So this is what we call it as today's discussion. Now let us see that mechanism of peroxide effect ಅಥವಾ mechanism of anti-Markovnikov's addition. Anti-Markovnikov's addition ಅಂದ್ರೆ addition against Markovnikov's rule. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ addition of HBr to propene reaction ಅನ್ನ peroxide presence ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ Markovnikov's rule ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. We are going to get the product which is against Markovnikov's rule. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what is the reason behind this? In order to get the answer for that, we'll go for the mechanism of, yes, it is mechanism of anti-Markovnikov's addition. Mechanism of anti-Markovnikov's addition. This is the title of the, yes, it is the today's discussion. Mechanism of, yes, it is anti-Markovnikov's addition ಅಥವಾ mechanism of peroxide effect ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಸರಿನೇ. Yes. And of course, as far as peroxides are concerned, let me give first of all the meaning of the peroxides. Peroxides are the class of chemical substances where there is a direct linkage between two oxygen atoms. In the case of peroxides, two oxygen atoms are linked through single bonds. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಪೆರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಪೆರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್, we have one compound. This is, look at this, this is C6H5. Yes, it is O, and of course C double bond O, and of course C6H5. This is one compound where you can observe that there is a direct linkage between, yes, it is two oxygen atoms. This is also peroxide, and this is called as dibenzoyl peroxide anta karitare. This is dibenzoyl peroxide, or this is what we call it as hydrogen peroxide. And of course, in the today's reaction, we are going to carry out the reaction by using, yes, it is dibenzoyl peroxide during addition of HBr to propene. And of course, we'll see that, yes, it is mechanism of, yes, it is anti-Markovnikov's addition. And of course, before going to this particular mechanism, I am going to write the equation first. That is propene. Yes, this is propene. Yes, when it reacts with HBr. Yes, when it reacts with HBr in presence of peroxide. In presence of peroxide, ಇದನ್ನು highlight ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. In presence of peroxide, the major product is what we call it as the product that is against Markovnikov's rule, and this is what we call it as 1-bromopropane. This is what we call it as major product. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದೇ ನಾವು in the absence of peroxide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2-bromopropane ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವೀಗ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. And of course, the first step is what we call it as, yes, it is HBr there, is it not? And of course, yes, it is C6H5 C double bond O, and of course this is what we call it as, yes, it is C double bond O, and of course C6H5. This is what we call dibenzoyl peroxide. C6H5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ benzene ring, C double bond O, O single bond O, C double bond O, C6H5. Benzene ring ಬದಲಾಗಿ C6H5 ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. This is what we call it as dibenzoyl peroxide. Spelling ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Yes, it is DIBENZOYL, and of course dibenzoyl peroxide. Yes, it undergoes homolysis, right? ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, homolysis involves formation of free radicals. Homolysis is because of the symmetrical molecule. ಈ molecule ನೋಡಿ ತುಂಬಾ symmetrical ಆಗಿದೆ. Yes, on either side of the oxygen atoms is there C6H5 C double bond O, C6H5 C double bond O. Therefore, it undergoes homolysis. Cleavage of covalent bond takes place symmetrically. ಹೌದಾ? Out of two electrons between two oxygen atoms, one electron is shifted over this oxygen, another electron is shifted over this oxygen. Observe the arrow marks, single hook arrow marks indicating shifting of single electron. Yes, homolysis takes place that results in the formation of two molecules of C6H5 C double bond O dot. This is what we call free radical, benzoyl free radical. ಇದು ಹೋಮೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು C6H5 C double bond O ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟೂ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಪ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as, yes, it is free radical. You are going to get this is free radical. And of course ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, free radicals are the group of atoms carrying odd number of electrons. ಹೌದಾ? This is odd electron, that is free radical. ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, this is free radical, Sc6H5 C double bond O CO dot. This is benzoyl free radical. In the second step, this benzoyl free radical undergoes rearrangement. Yes, this benzoyl free radical undergoes rearrangement within the molecule. Yes, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? This is unstable. In order to get stability, it requires one more electron. ಈ ಆಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಹೋಮೋಲೋಸಿಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೋಮೋಲೋಸಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ C6H5 ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ C6H5 ಡಾಟ್. ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈಚೆ ಬಂದಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈಚೆ ಹೋಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಒಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ C ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ O ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ C ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ O. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And this is what we call it as carbon dioxide. Yes, carbon dioxide is liberated, and of course you are going to get phenyl free radical C6H5 dot there. Yes, agoda. In the third step, this C6H5, yes, it is free radical. C6H5 free radical, you can represent dot over the carbon that combines with HBr in the reaction. HBr combines with this phenyl free radical. ಇದು ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಸ್ ಹೋಮೋಲೋಸಿಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಸ್ ಹೋಮೋಲೋಸಿಸ್. ಒನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಅನದರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್. ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲಮಾರ್ಸ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ H ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ Br ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಮೋಲೋಸಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. H ಡಾಟ್ and C6H5 dot, they combine to form, yes, it is C6H6 benzene. C6H5 dot ಈ H dot ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೆಂಜಿನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. C6H6 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ Br dot, that is this is bromine free radical is produced. Okay, now this is what we call it as bromine free radical. ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು, in the absence of peroxide, reaction proceeds through, yes, it is formation of carbocations. In the presence of peroxide, yes, it is reaction proceeds through the formation of free radicals. Because of that, you are getting here, yes, it is anti-Markovnikov product. Yes, and of course you are going to get, yes, it is Br dot there. And of course in the fourth step, very very interesting there. Look at this. This bromine free radical, yes, it is attacks, yes, it is propene there. Illen bromine free radical bantalla, ಈ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಪಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ Br dot. ಎಸ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಪ್ರಾಪಿನ್ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪಿನ್ ದೇರ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್, yes, it is free radical, this bond undergoes homolysis once again. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, we have two possibilities here. Yes, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ 2 ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಎಸ್, ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಇದು ಹೋಮೋಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ C ಡಾಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ C ಡಾಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ CH2 ಡಾಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ CH ಡಾಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Look at this. If Br dot attacks this, if Br dot attacks CH2 dot, ಆಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, you are going to get, yes, it is CH3. ನೋಡಿ, Br dot CH2 ಡಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟ್ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ, ಈ CH2 ಡಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you are going to get, yes, it is CH3 CH dot and of course CH2 Br. ಈ Br dot CH2 ಡಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ CH ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ Br ಡಾಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದನ್ನ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಸ್, ಈ Br ಡಾಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದನ್ನ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, you are going to get, yes, it is CH3 and of course CHBr. ಈಗ Br dot ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ is converted to single bond. Yes, it is you are going to get CH2 dot. Yes. ನೋಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, Br dot attacks this CH2 dot. ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂತು, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1. ಎಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ Br dot ಇದನ್ನ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you are going to get product number 2. Yes. You just make out the difference between product number 1 and product number 2. Both are free radicals. ಹೌದಾ? But this is secondary carbon free radical and this is primary free radical. ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು secondary? Because the carbon atom carrying odd electron is attached to two other carbon atoms. Here, carbon atom carrying odd electron is attached to one carbon. This is secondary carbon free radical. This is primary carbon free radical. As you know that according to acidity stability order, tertiary free radicals are more stable than secondary free radicals. Secondary free radicals are more stable than primary free radicals. I already explained this particular aspect in first chapter. Yes. Basic principles and techniques of organic chemistry. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ this is secondary free radical. Yes. This is secondary free radical. ಹೌದಾ? This is primary free radical. ಹೌದಾ? Out of these two, which is more stable? Secondary free radical is more stable. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ now in the next step, ಹೌದಾ? ಇದನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Yes. In the next step, just observe here. Look at this. This is a secondary free radical. Yes, it is secondary free radical. Yes. ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕು. Secondary free radical is more stable than ಹೌದಾ primary free radical. You must write this sentence. ಹೌದಾ secondary free radical is more stable than primary free radical. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, more stable product is predominantly formed. ಇದು more stable ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it will be predominantly formed. It will be the major product. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ now in the step number 5, CH3, yes it is CH2, CH3, yes it is CH dot, and of course CH2Br. This is secondary free radical, and that secondary free radical is predominantly formed. That combines with, yes it is HBr there, that combines with HBr, that is there in the reaction system. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ HBr ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಮೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. yes HBr ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಮೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. HBr undergoes homolysis. H dot attacks CH dot, then you are going to get CH3, and of course ಈ H dot CH dot attack ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ CH dot becomes CH2, and it is CH2 and of course Br, and of course this is what we call it as major product. ಹೌದಾ? and of course name is, yes it is 1-bromopropane. name is 1-bromopropane. ಹೌದಾ? ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನೋಡಿ, yes it is CH3, yes it is, if this primary free radical is attacked by, yes if this primary free radical is attacked by, yes it is HBr. ಹೌದಾ? ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಫ್ರೀ ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ ಅನ್ನ yes it is HBr ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, H dot undergoes homolysis, H dot attacks CH2 dot, and you are going to get CH3, and of course CHBr, and of course CH3. ಹೌದಾ? H dot attached to CH2 dot, and CH2 dot becomes CH3, and of course plus Br dot. yes plus Br dot, and ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ yes it is, you can write yes it is plus Br dot, and of course this is major, and of course here it is minor. ಹೌದಾ? ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದಲ್ಲ, primary carbon free radical is less stable, it will not be produced predominantly, whereas secondary carbon free radical is predominantly produced. Therefore this secondary carbon free radical reacts with HBr to give, yes it is 1-bromopropane, and of course this is a major product because secondary carbon free radical is predominantly produced, whereas primary free radical, this is less predominantly produced, attacked by HBr, and you are going to get 2-bromopropane. ಹೌದಾ? what is this? 2-bromopropane. ಹೌದಾ? and this 2-bromopropane is minor product. ಯಾವಾಗ? if the reaction is carried out in presence of peroxide. peroxide presence ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2-bromopropane is a minor product. peroxide presence ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1-bromopropane is a major product. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ This is what we call it as peroxide effect. Keltare exam alli. Write the mechanism of, yes, it is anti-Marconic oxidation. Anti-Marconic oxidation andre addition of HBr to propene against Marconic oxide anta ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇದನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ 1 2 3 4 and 5 ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ? 1 by 1 ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಿರಲ್ಲ? Yes, take a screenshot. We'll go to the next topic. Yes. Now, as far as anti-Marconic oxidation or peroxide effect is concerned, it has been observed that peroxide effect is dominating only during addition of HBr to unsymmetrical alkenes. And in like this, that is when CS3CH double bond CS2, when it reacts with HBr in presence of peroxide. Yes, ಹೌದಾ? ಅದು ಯಾವ peroxide ಆದರೆ dibenzyl peroxide ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಹೌದಾ? In presence of peroxide, and of course you are going to get, yes, it is CS3 CS2 and of course Br. This is addition against Marconic oxide. Negative part will be attached to double bonded carbon atom with more number of hydrogens. ಇದು anti-Marconic oxide product. ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿ, and if I carry out the same reaction, yes, in presence of HCl, ಇಲ್ಲಿ peroxide ಹಾಕಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ? HBr ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ 1 bromopropane ಬಂತು. Yes, this is the major product. Yes, ಅದೇ ನೋಡಿ, if the same reaction instead of HBr I am using HCl, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ peroxide ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಗ you are going to get, yes, it is, look at this, product is according to Marconic oxide, this is the major product. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ peroxide ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ you are going to get Marconic oxide, that is 2-chloropropane ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ if the same reaction is carried out in presence of HI there, even though you used peroxide, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ peroxide effect ಬಂದಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. If I use HI there, yes, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? Peroxide effect is not there, and of course there is no peroxide effect in the case of HCl and HI. Peroxide effect is found only in the case of HBr. ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಗೆ? Why that peroxide effect is observed only in the case of addition of HBr to propane, not in the case of acids HCl and HI? Peroxide effect is not observed in the case of addition of HCl and HI there. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, and of course as I already said, HCl bond strength is greater than HBr bond strength, that is greater than HI bond strength. ನೋಡಿ, HCl bond is too strong, HI bond is too weak, whereas HBr bond is in between HCl and HI. HBr bond is stronger than HI, HBr bond is weaker than HCl. Because of that, HBr, yes it is, can be, this HBr bond can be easily broken by, yes it is, attack of free radicals. This HBr bond can be easily broken by attack of free radicals because HBr bond is weaker than HCl. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ HBr bond can be broken in presence of free radicals. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ peroxide effect ಅಲ್ಲಿ which will be the reaction intermediates? Free radicals. This HBr bond can be broken by the presence of free radicals, whereas HCl bond ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, it is very strong. This bond cannot be broken in presence of free radicals. That HCl bond is so strong that this bond cannot be broken in presence of free radicals. Therefore, there is no peroxide effect. What about HI? No doubt, HI bond is weak. HCl is very strong. Therefore, free radicals cannot break this HCl bond. Whereas HI bond, it is weak. It is too weak that, if this bond is broken, you are going to get iodine free radicals. These iodine free radicals readily combine to form iodine there. HI bond is so weak that, iodine free radical formed readily combine to form iodine molecule. Once iodine molecule is formed, free radicals will not attack. Yes, it is double bond. ಈ iodine molecule form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ free radical double bond ಅನ್ನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. Free radicals, iodine free radicals not available for the attack of double bond alkenes. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ that peroxide effect is observed only in the case of addition of HBr to, yes, it is propane. whereas there is no peroxide effect in the case of addition of HCl to propene and addition of HI to yes, it is propene. So that is reason, HCl bond is very, very strong. Therefore, free radicals cannot break this bond. HI bond is very weak. Because of that, iodine free radicals combine to form, yes, it is iodine molecule. No free radicals available for the attack of double bond. Whereas in the case of HBr, it is weaker than HCl, stronger than HI, and the bond strength is very, very suitable for the formation of free radicals or for the attack of free radicals. Because of that, there is Markovnikov's addition or peroxide effect. Because of that, peroxide effect is found only in the case of HBr there. ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಪೆರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ HBr ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು peroxide effect ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ. Yes, so this is what we call it as peroxide effect. Yes, and of course with this information, let me solve one question that is there in your yesterday's exercise on peroxide effect. Yes, and solve on bit 2. We'll go to the next topic. Yes, look at the one question that is given in our exercise. Yes, write the IUPAC names of the products obtained by the addition of HBr, hydrogen bromide, to hex-1-ene in the presence of peroxide and in the absence of peroxide. Okay? First, hex-1-ene bariri. Yes, that is hex andre, yes, it is how many carbon atoms? 6 carbon atoms. Okay? Hex andre 6 carbon atoms. 1 andre, 1-ene andre double bond is there at the first carbon atom. Here number of hydrogens fix ಮಾಡಿ to satisfy the valency of carbon as 4. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, this is CH2, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 valency ಇದೆ, CH, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದೆ, therefore it is CH2, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದೆ, therefore it is CH2, this is CH2, this is CH3. So this is hex 1-ene. ಹೌದಾ? And of course I am going to add, yes, it is HBr there, yes, hydrogen bromide, yes. You know, I'm going to carry out this reaction in 2 conditions. Yes, here first you saw that no peroxide. Illi peroxide is present. Yes, third conditions, in the presence of peroxide, in the absence of peroxide. If peroxide is not there, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಅನ್ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ ತಾನೆ, ಇದು ಅನ್ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ ತಾನೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ will be attached to that carbon atom with that carbon atom of double bond with least number of hydrogens. ಹೌದಾ? Br minus, ಇಲ್ಲಿ CH2 ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ CH ಇದೆ. Negative part should be attached to that carbon atom of double bond containing least number of hydrogens. Therefore, Br minus attached to CH, H will be attached to CH2. Double bond is converted to single bond, and of course CHBr remaining CH2, 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 and of course CH3. ಹೌದಾ? H CH2 connect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, Br minus CH connect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ you are going to get, yes, it is 2 bromo hexane ಅಲ್ವಾ? 2 bromo hexane. ಯಾಕೆ? Bromine is attached to second carbon. 2 bromo hex because of 6 carbon atoms, n because of carbon to carbon single bond. ಅದೇ peroxide presence ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Anti-Markovnikov's addition. Br minus will be attached to double bonded carbon atom with more number of hydrogens. That is in presence of peroxide. ಆದರೆ Markovnikov's addition ಗೆ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ you are going to get Br will be attached to CH2 here. This is CH2. Double bond is converted to single bond. Br minus CH2 connect ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ H CH connect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. CH becomes CH2 there. Then remaining, this is CH2. This is CH2. This is CH2, and of course CH3. This is in presence of peroxide 1 bromohexane. This is 1 bromohexane. In the absence of peroxide, 2 bromohexane. This is the IUPAC name of this compound. This is IUPAC name of this compound. Peroxide presence ಅಲ್ಲಿ anti-Markovnikov's addition ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Negative part of the adding molecule will be attached to that carbon atom of double bond containing more number of hydrogen. ಇದು ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ Markovnikov's rule. peroxide ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು Markovnikov's rule 2 bromohexane ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 bromohexane. This is the answer ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಗೆ. ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ? So this is, note it down. Now we'll go for the remaining properties of acetyl's alkenes there. Still, we need to study some more addition reactions. Under that, we have now addition of sulfuric acid to the alkenes. Addition of sulfuric acid to the alkenes, and that is addition across the carbon to carbon. Yes, it is double bond there. Look at this. Yes, it is. Next reaction is addition of sulfuric acid. One of the acids, strong acids, that is sulfuric acid. Yes, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ sulfuric acid is H2SO4. yes, ಈ ತರ ಬರೆದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೌದಾ. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ is like this. This is the structure of, yes it is, sulfuric acid H2SO4. This is the structure of H2SO4. yes, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ hydrogen is a positive part, oxygen is a negative part. yes, OH bond ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, H is positive part, O is negative part, because oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. Electronegativity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Tendency of attracting shared of electrons. All the electron density is moving towards oxygen, therefore oxygen gets negative charge, hydrogen gets positive charge. This molecule can be written as HOSO3H ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. HOSO3H ಈ ತರ ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. yes, for the convenience. yes, look at this. When alkene, yes, alkene can be written like this, reacts with, yes, it is concentrated sulfuric acid. This is concentrated sulfuric acid. yes, and this is alkene. yes, addition takes place. Addition andre molecules will be added across the double bond. And of course, in the case of sulfuric acid, addition of sulfuric acid to alkene follows, yes, it is Markovnikov's rule. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ O is a negative part, H is a positive part. According to Markovnikov's rule, negative part will be attached to that carbon atom of double bond containing least number of hydrogens, that is R CHO SO3H. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ O ಅನ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. This is sulfate. yes, ಅಥವಾ hydrogen sulfate we call it as, and of course double bond is converted to single bond. O minus CH connect ಆದರೆ H plus CH2 connect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 5 electrons will be shifted over carbon there. This is negative part. Absorbs H plus, CH2 becomes CH3. Double bond is converted to single bond. Minus attacks plus. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ this is, yes it is, alkyl hydrogen sulfate. ಇದರ ಹೆಸರೇನು? alkyl hydrogen sulfate is the product. ನೋಡಿ, the reaction proceeds through, yes it is, Markovnikov's addition. ಹೌದಾ? Markovnikov's rule ಪ್ರಕಾರ addition ಆಗಿದೆ. Negative part of the adding molecule will be attached to that carbon atom of double bond containing least number of hydrogens. For example, if I take, yes it is, CH2 double bond CH2, this is ethene. yes, and it combines with sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, as I said, HOSO3H, and ethene reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. yes, H plus will be attached to CH2, remaining attached to this. Illi no question of Markovnikov's rule, because molecule is symmetrical alkene. And here question of Markovnikov's rule rises in the case of unsymmetrical alkenes. This is symmetrical alkene. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ. And of course, if I shift 5 electrons over here, H plus attacks this, then CH2 becomes CH3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Double bond becomes single bond. CH2 plus ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Plus is attacked by, yes it is minus. Plus is attacked by minus. This is what we call it as, yes it is, OSO3H. This is ethyl hydrogen sulfate. This is the product. When concentrated sulfuric acid reacts with, yes it is, this is ethyl, CH3 is ethyl hydrogen sulfate. yes, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, if I go for this CH3 CH double bond CH2, this is unsymmetrical alkene. Unsymmetrical alkene ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Markovnikov's rule ಬರುತ್ತೆ. HOSO3H. this is plus and this is minus. Negative will be attached to that carbon atom with least number of hydrogens. Then CH3 CHO, SO3H. The negative part is CH connect agate, positive CS2 connect agate. As it is double bond is converted to single bond, and of course CS3. This is the product. This is isopropyl, yes, hydrogen sulfate. Isopropyl hydrogen sulfate. This is the product. Yes, this is isopropyl group. Isopropyl hydrogen sulfate is the product. Addition takes place according to Markovnikov's rule. Hydrogen is a positive end, oxygen is a negative end. Negative end is attached to carbon atom of double bond with least number of hydrogens. So the isopropyl hydrogen sulfate is the product. So this is addition of, yes, it is sulfuric acid to the alkenes. Note ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಲ್ಲ, note it down. We'll go for the next one. Yes. Once again, under addition reactions, ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು. In all addition reactions, carbon to carbon double bond is converted into carbon to carbon single bond. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಏನಂತ, where multiple bonds will be decreased. Double bond is converted to single bond, triple bond is converted to double bond. ಆ ತರ. Yes. Now go for the next reaction. Addition of water there. Addition of water there. H2O there. H2O ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ you can write it as HOH. HOH ಅಲ್ಲಿ which is negative end. Oxygen is a negative end. Hydrogen is a positive end because once again OH minus is a negative part. Oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. ಹೌದಾ? Look at this. When alkene, yes. General formula first ಬರೀತೀನಿ. Yes. ನಾನು R ತಗೊಂಡು ಯಾವುದೇ equation ಬರೆದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ಜನರಲ್ equation ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. If I write any equation by taking R, that's a general equation. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, addition of water in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, few drops of sulfuric acid, that is H plus represents sulfuric acid ಅಥವಾ any acid. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ acids property ಏನಂದ್ರೆ they release H plus ions. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ H plus ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು acid ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Yes, in presence of acid, look at that, negative part will be attached to that carbon atom of double bond with least number of hydrogens. Addition according to Markovnikov's rule, yes, it is OH and of course CH3 there. OH minus CH connect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, H CH2 connect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, double bond is converted to single bond, and of course this product is alcohol. ಇದೇನಿದು alcohol. ಯಾಕೆ alcohol ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ this is a compound containing OH group. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ OH group ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನದು, that is alcohol. This is alcohol. Yes. For example, if I take this, yes, it is CH3, yes, and of course CH3, right? Double bond CH2. This is one alkene. Now that, or you can say this is 2-methyl, yes, 2-methyl propene. IUPAC name, you know, 2-methyl propene. Either 1, either 2, either 3 alva. Second portion only methyl group is the S. If I add water across the double bond in presence of acid, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ, H plus ನೋಡಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೆಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, head of the H. You write the charges over the head of the symbol. Yes, ನೋಡಿ, this is negative end attached to the double bonded carbon atom with least number of hydrogens. Hydrogen ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ negative part should be attached to carbon atom with least number of hydrogens. ಇವೆರಡು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ only double bonded atoms will be involved in reaction. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ you are going to get CH3 and of course CH3, and double bond is converted to single bond. CH2 becomes CH3. Actually H will be attached to CH2, OH means attached to C, and of course this is OH there. It is also alcohol, and of course it is 2-methyl. Yes, it is 2-methyl propane. Propane, 2 all. Yes, ನೋಡಿ, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Second portion only on the methyl group is 2-methyl prefix. Prop because of 3 carbon atoms in parent chain. Second portion on the alcohol group is propane, 2 all. Yes, this is. Yes, again, if I carry out the reaction by taking this as an example, this is propene. Yes, this is propene. Yes, if it is added with water there, again Markovnikov's rule prakara. Yes, in presence of acid like H plus ions, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, according to Markovnikov's rule, OH should be attached to, yes, it is double bonded carbon with least number of hydrogens. This is propane. This is propane to all. Yes. So this is addition of water that takes place in presence of acid, concentrated acids. Okay now? So this is what we call addition of water across the double bond. You are going to get alcohols, the molecules containing OH group. Howda? This is. Let's go for the next one. Yes. That is, we'll go to the oxidation reaction. Yes. Addition of sulfuric acid aitu, addition of water aitu. Iga we'll go for the some oxidation reactions. That is, and of course we define oxidation reactions in different ways. But in organic chemistry, for your level, what I tell you, oxidation reactions are those reactions where addition of oxygen to the organic compound takes place. You are going to add oxygen to the organic compound. That is what we call it as oxidation reactions. Astan matra tilkoli. In organic chemistry, to bring about oxidation, we make use of certain chemical substances like potassium permanganate in acid medium, potassium dichromate in acid medium. These are the some commonly used oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents andre they are the chemical substances used to bring about oxidation of organic reactions, organic compounds. Because potassium permanganate in acid medium produces nascent oxygen, atomic oxygen. This is molecular oxygen. This is nascent oxygen, atomic oxygen, highly reactive. Bracket ali O bardre highly reactive, nascent oxygen anta karitare. Highly reactive, that is nascent oxygen atom anna ee potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate produce ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ they bring about oxidation reactions. Under oxidation reactions, we have this, as it is CH3. Yes, we have selected this alkene. Double bond CH to that. This is what we call it as 2-methyl propene. Yes. 2-methyl propene. Yes. Actually, what happens during oxidation? Yes. Look at this. What actually happens here? Yes. In presence of acidified potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate in acid medium. Potassium dichromate in acid medium. Yes. They are strong oxidizing agents anta ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ actually, look at this. You just break this double bond. Yes, ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಸಿಯಂ ಪರಮಾಂಗನೇಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ನೇಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ CO2 ಆಯ್ತು. ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ H2O ಆಯ್ತು. ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು? 4 ನೇಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ, ಎರಡು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ, ಒಂದು ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಗೆ. ಆಗ ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? CH3, yes it is CO CH3 ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. CH3 CO CH3 ಇದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ CO2 plus, yes it is H2O. These are the products of the oxidation of this particular alkene in presence of acidified potassium permanganate. This is ketone ಅಥವಾ propane 2-one. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. One ಯಾಕೆ? C double bond keto group ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ keto group ಇದೆ. Propane 2-one. This is carbon dioxide. ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಎರಡು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಎಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್, look at this. If I take this one more alkene, that is, this is one more alkene. Yes, this is but 2ene ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಇದೇ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ nascent oxygen will be given by, yes it is potassium permanganate, yes, in acid medium. ಇದೇ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್. yes, oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent ಅಂದ್ರೆ the chemical substance used to bring about oxidation reaction that provides oxygen atoms, nascent oxygen atoms for oxidation reactions. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 2 ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಆಗ you are going to get 2 molecules of CH3 CHO ಬರುತ್ತೆ. CH3 CHO CH3 CHO ಎರಡು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೇನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಅಸಿಟಾಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. It undergoes ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ ಪರ್ಮಾಂಗನೇಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ yes it is CS3 COOH. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಟಿವ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ CHO becomes COOH and this is ethanoic acid as the final product. This is ethanoic acid due to 2-ene. Upon oxidation in presence of acidified potassium permanganate you are going to get acetaldehyde ಅಥವಾ ethanol. aldehyde ಅಲ್ಲ, AL, ethanol, ethanol ಅಲ್ಲ, ethanol. It undergoes further oxidation to give ethanoic acid. ಹೌದಾ? CS3 COOH ಇದ್ರೆ ಓಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ತಾನೆ, ethanoic acid. 2 carbon atoms ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ethanoic acid. Yes. So this is what we call it as oxidation there. Yes. ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ? ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ? ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ that is hydroxylation reaction we call it as. That is action of Bayer's reagent we call it as. That is one more important reaction. That is action of Bayer's reagent. In organic chemistry, this has got its own importance, right? Bayer's reagent. BAEYER''S. Bayer's reagent is alkaline solution of potassium permanganate. It's also an oxidizing agent. Alkaline potassium permanganate ಅಂದ್ರೆ potassium permanganate solution mixed with sodium carbonate. potassium permanganate solution ಗೆ sodium carbonate ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ and of course the medium becomes, yes it is alkaline. Alkaline ಅಂದ್ರೆ basic medium ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. Yes, we have certain chemicals called, yes it is sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. We call them as alkalis. Sodium carbonate and potassium permanganate ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ sodium carbonate reacts with water in the solution to produce sodium hydroxide. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ solution becomes alkaline. Alkaline solution generally contain sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxides. They are alkaline solutions because their solutions are soapy to touch. ಆ solutions ಅನ್ನು ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಜಾರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು alkaline solutions ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, ನೋಡಿ, Bayer's reagent is alkaline potassium permanganate solution. Yes. And alkene. General equation first. Yes, this is alkene. Yes. When it reacts with, yes, it is water, and of course, when it undergoes oxidation, of course, solution contains water there. Yes. In presence of Bayer's reagent. In presence of Bayer's reagent, yes. At about 273 kelvins. Conditions important. Bayer's reagent and ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, alkaline potassium permanganate solution. Yes. ನೋಡಿ, H2O ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು 2 OH ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. H2O ಮತ್ತೆ O ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 2 OH ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Out of 2 OH, one OH group will be connected to CH2, another OH connected to CH. Double bond is converted to, yes, it is single bond. Then you are going to get a class of organic compounds called glycols. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗ್ಲೈಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. where 2 OH groups are attached to the adjacent carbon atoms. ಯಾವುದೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 OH groups adjacent carbon atoms ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗ್ಲೈಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ you are going to get glycol there. And this is one reaction. I can make use of this to detect the presence of unsaturated hydrocarbons. Bayer's reagent, alkaline potassium permanganate, is pink colored solution. When alkene reacts with alkaline potassium permanganate solution, the pink color of the solution is removed. Next ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Alkene, when it reacts with bromine in CCl4, brown color of bromine is removed. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗೆ when alkene reacts with Bayer's reagent, pink color of the solution will be removed and you are going to get colorless solution. And therefore, this reaction is used to detect the presence of, yes, it is unsaturated, yes, it is groups ಅಥವಾ carbon to carbon double bond or triple bonds. So this is what we call it as Bayer's reagent. For example, if I take ethene there, if it reacts with, yes, it is alkaline potassium permanganate, ALK, ಎಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ ಪರಮಾಂಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ALK ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಕಲೈನ್. ಆಗ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬೇಡಿ, ಎರಡು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು OH ಅನ್ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಈಗ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಥಿಲೀನ್ ಗ್ಲೈಕಾಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈಥೇನ್ 1,2 ಡಯಾಲ್ ಈಥೇನ್, ಎರಡು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಡಯಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು OH ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇದೆ. ನೆನ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ನಾಮೆನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಲ್ಲ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ನನಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. ಎಸ್, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ propene, yes, this is one more alkene, this is ethene, howda, this is propene, yes. When propene undergoes hydroxylation, when it reacts with alkaline ALK, potassium permanganate solution, H2O second OH groups are connect ಮಾಡಿ, and of course this is CS3 OH single bond, and of course CS2 OH. So IUPAC name is this is propane. ಹೌದಾ, 3 carbon atoms, 1,2 1 2, ಹೌದಾ, diol DIOL, so that is propane 1 2 diol. Propane Ne ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಥೇನ್ Ne ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ, this is what we call it as action of Bayer's reagent on, yes it is alkenes. ಹೌದಾ, when alkenes react with Bayer's reagent, pink color of the potassium permanganate solution will be, yes it is removed, and you are going to get, yes it is dihydroxy alkanes. So vicinal dihydroxy compounds, and of course we call them as diols. Okay na, and of course ಈಗ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, as we already discussed, two reactions, right? That is action of bromine CCl4 and alkaline potassium permanganate on alkenes. These two reactions can be used to distinguish saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, right? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ. that is tests to distinguish saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, right? Tests to distinguish between saturated and saturated ಅಂದ್ರೆ hydrocarbons containing only carbon to carbon single bonds, ಹೌದಾ. unsaturated ಅಂದ್ರೆ hydrocarbons containing either carbon to carbon double bond or triple bonds. Go for it. Yes, it is just have 3 columns here. Test column. Here it is unsaturated hydrocarbon ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಿರಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ಗೆ. ಎಸ್, unsaturated carbon. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ಗೆ saturated hydrocarbon ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಿರಿ. ಎಸ್, these are the 3 columns I need. ಎಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ. ಎಸ್, ಆ ನಂತರ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ. ಎಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ is, that is first test is hydrocarbon plus bromine in carbon tetrachloride. ಎಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ discharged. Brown color of bromine CCl4 is discharged. Brown color remove ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವುದು? unsaturated. ಇಲ್ಲಿ no discharge of brown color. ಇಲ್ಲಿ brown color discharge ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ brown color remove ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. brown color remove ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು saturated hydrocarbon ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. brown color remove ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು unsaturated hydrocarbon ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, that is hydrocarbon plus alkaline potassium permanganate. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಕೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಂ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎನ್, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಓ, ಈ ತರ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಕೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಂ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎನ್, ಓ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ alkaline potassium permanganate ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ pink color of solution discharged ಆ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅನ್ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಲರ್, ಆ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಎಸ್, no discharge of pink color. This is what we call it as the tests to distinguish between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. ಇದನ್ನ ಕೆಲವು ಸಾರಿ 2 marks ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? So this is what we call tests to distinguish saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ? Yes, go for it. Yes, this is what we call one more test. ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ? We'll see next one. Yes. Now at this moment, we'll go to the one more chemical reaction that is very important as far as organic reactions are concerned, that is ozonolysis. Addition of ozone across the double bond. Addition of ozone across the double bond, that is ozonolysis. This has got its own importance in organic chemistry. Yakendre this reaction is used to locate the position of double bond in the case of alkenes. You can identify whether the double bond is at the first position or second position or third position, especially in the case of position isomers. That you can do by making use of this reaction called ozonolysis. That is addition of ozone. This is O3 molecule. Ozone yadu O3 molecule. Yes. First write the general equation when alkene, yes, this is alkene, yes, when it reacts with ozone, so we're going to get ozonide first. Gamanisi, double bonded position, double bonded carbon atoms ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ozone attack ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು we're going to get a compound of this type. Yes, this is CH, this is O, and of course this is O, and of course this is CH, and of course this is, what is that, CH2 there. ನೋಡಿ, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ O ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್, ಎರಡು ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as, this is ozonide we call it as. When this product reacts with, when ozonide reacts with zinc in water, when ozonide reacts with zinc in water, ನೋಡಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಿ RCHO ಬರುತ್ತೆ, CH2O ಬರುತ್ತೆ. O reacts with water to give H2O2, then you are going to get RCHO plus CH2O there, RCHO and CH2O there. This is aldehyde, ಹೌದಾ? This is formaldehyde. Yes, ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿ, H CHO ಇದು, CH2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ H CHO, this is formaldehyde. Yes. Okay, now this is what we call general equation. This is what we call it as general equation. ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನೀಗ ಹೇಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಇದು ಜನರಲ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್. ನೀವು ಓಜೋನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೀರಿ, ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು O ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು O, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಓಜೋನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್. ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು O ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, RCHO ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್, ಇದೇ ತಾನೇ ಬಂದಿರೋದು, RCHO. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ O ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, CH2 ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೆಯೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೆಯೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೀರಿ, ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ O3 ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಎಸ್, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಎಸ್, RCHO CH2, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ aldehyde, this is formaldehyde. This is how you can decide the products of the ozonolysis. And on the basis of the products form, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ products basis ಮೇಲೆ you can decide, you can locate position of double bond in alkenes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ products ಅನ್ನ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ products ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು. ಎಸ್, just observe one reaction. Yes, I'll go for, yes, it is two position isomers, CH2 CH, and of course this is Yes, it is but. One in. Yes, this is CH3. CH double bond CH, and it is this is but 2 in. ಹೌದಾ? ಇವೆರಡೇನು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಝೋನ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಓಝೋನ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಸ್, ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಎಸ್, ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಬರೆದು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್, ಜಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಎಸ್, ಈ ತರ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? we're going to get formaldehyde plus ಏನು CH3 CH2 CH4. this is methanol ಅಥವಾ formaldehyde. ಹೌದಾ? methanol. this is propanol. yes, Al aldehyde ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ propanol. yes, ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆರಡು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಸೇಮ್. upon ozonolysis, if alkene produces methanol and propanol, that alkene contains double bond at the first position ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಓಝೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? you're going to get 2 molecules of ethanol. ನೋಡಿ, 1 butene produces methanol and propanol, 2 butene produces ethanol only, means nature of the products are different, therefore position of double bonds will be different. ಯಾಕೆ ethanol ಬಂತು? because double bond is at the second position. ಯಾಕೆ methanol ಬಂತು? because double bond is at the first position. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ by studying nature of the products formed, you can decide the position of double bond. ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ methanol ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅರ್ಥ. ಮೆಥನಾಲ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. look at this. CH3. yes, this is one more alkene. yes, undergoes ozonolysis in presence of zinc in water. yes, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದನ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಎಸ್, ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? CH3 CO CH3. this is CH3 CO CH3 plus CH2O formaldehyde. methanol ಬಂತಲ್ವಾ? methanol ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ is at the first position. this is what? yes, it is propane 2-one. propane 2-one. ಇದು methanol. so ಹಾಗಾಗಿ based on the nature of the products formed during ozonolysis, I can locate the position of double bond there. yes, this is what we call it as ozonolysis. ozonolysis ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ozonolysis. very important reactions in the competitive exams. yes, so that is ozonolysis. now at this moment we'll come to the last reaction of the chemical properties of alkenes, that is polymerization there. So that is, polymerization is one kind of chemical reaction that you come across in chemistry, where large number of simple molecules undergo repeated combination. n number of ಅಂದ್ರೆ large number of simple molecules. ನೀವು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್, 2 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್, 3 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ 5 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇನ್ ಪಾಲಿಮರೈಸೇಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್, large number of n number of simple molecules undergo repeated combination to form one big molecule of high molecular mass. that is called polymerization, and the product is called polymer, and the reaction is polymerization, and the product is called polymer. And the repeated molecules, that is simple molecules, which will be responsible for the formation of that polymer, they are called as monomers. Alkenes will undergo polymerization reaction by repeated combination of simple molecules, large number of simple molecules. For example, when n number of ethene molecules undergo combination at high temperature, at high pressure, yes, in presence of catalyst. catalyst is a chemical substance that increases speed of chemical reaction. catalyst law ನೋಡಿ n ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ n number of simple molecules. this is ethene. n number of simple molecules undergo repeated combination. Double bond is converted to single bond. Yes. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ many number of CS2 molecules can be CS2 molecules can be repeated undergo repeated combination ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, n ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ this is repeating unit. CS2 single bond CS2 n times. This is a molecule with high molecular mass. We call it as polymer, and of course its name is polyethene. This is ethene. This is poly andre many ethene molecules undergo repeated combination to give polyethene. You know that plastic polythene, plastic is because of polyethene. You know, we make use of this polythene to prepare varieties of plastic articles like plastic bags, plastic toys, plastic buckets, plastic articles, household articles. ಹೌದಾನೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ they are produced by the, yes, it is polythene that is produced by large number of simple molecules like ethene undergo polymerization at very high temperature and pressure in presence of catalyst. This is a polymer. ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕು, ಈ ತರ ಐಫೋನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಶನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇನ್ನು n ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ CS2 ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ CS2 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಗ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಎಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಪೈಲಿನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೊಪೀನ್. ಎಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಪೈಲಿನ್. ಕಾಮನ್ ನೇಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಪೈಲಿನ್. ಎಸ್, when n number of propylene molecules undergo repeated combination at high temperature, at high pressure in presence of catalyst, ನೋಡಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, then CH and of course CS3 there. ಈ CS3 ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ದಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. And of course this is CS2. Yes, and of course this is what we call n number of molecules. This is polypropylene. Once again, this is a plastic used for manufacture of various types of plastic articles. Plastic buckets can be prepared out of polypropylene. Plastic bags, water bottles can be prepared out of polythene. Yes, so this is what we call it as polymerization reaction. One more chemical reaction as far as alkenes are concerned, and that's all about chemical properties of alkenes. Okay na, artha aitu ankoತೀನಿ. In the next video we'll see alkynes, one more kind of hydrocarbons that we'll see. Agboda? Thank you, right?